Stop looking to other people for things you can give yourself. Stop searching outside yourself for things that you can provide yourself. Stop seeking things outside yourself that only you can create within yourself. That's the reason why they've conditioned you to always think that everything is outside you, because they want you to be misled away from the most powerful source of all creation, you. They don't want you to know that. Absolutely not. It has nothing to do with their bogus law of attraction. That's garbage. Everything you hear in mainstream is junk. What's the bottom line in all of it, brothers and sisters? Cha-ching, cha-ching. It's always money. It's always some flunky prostituting themselves, debasing themselves, just to get that money. That's all it's about. That's all it's ever going to be about with them. They don't care about you. They're feeding you a bunch of garbage. All of the information you're receiving from them is junk. It's useless tools. You have useless information and useless tools go hand in hand, and nothing gets done. Everything I'm providing on my channel is no BS. I give it in such a way that I want you to receive the message in your own personal way and take it where it needs to go in your own personal time. I don't tell you A, B, and C, follow my law or else I'm going to have you locked up. That's garbage. That's how they pontificate to you. They speak down to you like you're trash. You could see all of them because they're all a part of that same satanic clique. Anybody with any type of fame is, the more fame they have, the deeper they are in that cult. Straight truth. It's unavoidable, because why? That cult won't allow you to have that type of following if you're not in with them, because that's a threat to them, because you can inform your followers, the people that you subscribe to, your fans, and you can make them aware of what's going on. And that is a perceived threat. The truth shall always be perceived as a threat to an empire built of lies. Always has been, always will be. That's why when the truth hurts, you're living a lie, because all they do is feed you lies. The law of attraction is no different. Religion is at the top of that freaking list. That's the biggest crock of BS ever created. Like I said in a previous video, if religion were the word of God, religion would be as old as God. Always was, always will be. They refer to God as eternal because source is eternal. Always was, always will be. But they can't say that about their religion. The oldest religion is Hinduism at 4,500 years old. Analyze those facts. Run the numbers. Do the math yourself. It's right there. I'm not lying. Go use your phone and look up oldest known religion. Boom! Hinduism. 4,500 years. Maybe 5,000. You compare that to the age of the earth at 5 billion. Now you see what a joke it is. That's what I'm saying. So stop looking outside yourself for everything that you can create in here. The reason why you don't know it, because they didn't tell you. You can't be aware of something unless somebody makes you aware of something. You can't realize something unless somebody brings it to your attention. And there's a reason they conveniently left out that information, because they don't want you to know what you are and who you really are. Not a human being, but a cosmic entity. Homo luminous, not Homo sapien. You have to journey within in order to cross over to the other side. What do I mean by that? Journeying inside yourself, to break away from the matrix, to cross over into the fourth dimension. This is the home of your soul. It is the breeding ground of your consciousness. This is the evolutionary journey of your consciousness. This is a transformational experience. Because don't forget, you've been suckling at the bosom of darkness your entire life. And they've been feeding you putrid milk that's been poisoning you from the inside out. As sick as that sounds, it's true. Why do you think people are the way they are these days? Totally devoid of any human decency. They can't even wait anymore. They see somebody dying in the street, they walk all over them while they're looking at their cell phone. Completely oblivious, ignoring them deliberately, because they've been trained to. This is what happens when you search outside yourself and you fail to realize your power and your true love and your true worth and your true value and your true respect, because now you've washed all that away and surrendered that in exchange for material possessions and creature comforts. That's exactly what it is. So you have to analyze where your life is and how you got yourself there, and assess how you are going to get yourself out, unless you're happy where you are. If you're happy living a material world existence, actually you're not living, you're existing, and just doing things that are serving yourself and not helping anybody else, then hey, see how far that's going to last once the energies of the universe start coming back on you. They call it karma. I don't like using names, but you own your own energy and you are responsible for it. So what you do with it, it's going to come back on you. Trust me, man. It's true. So instead of wasting time looking outside yourself, start working on the inside, because that's where it all begins. That's the nucleus, the core, the impetus. That's the inception of your journey. Because without you, there's nobody to live your dreams for you. You are the only one. So instead of complaining and arguing and fighting and all this inner conflict and turmoil that you're creating for no reason, do something with that energy in a productive manner. Instead of squandering it on complaining and fighting and being transfixed on all the garbage on television, online, video games, it's all junk. All of those things are designed to distract you, to divert your attention away from being a metaphysical being, to dissuade you and coerce you away from actually creating things of substance. The law of attraction is garbage. How? I could disprove it in 1 second. Suppose somebody's having a conversation with you. According to the law of attraction, everything that happens to you, you're responsible for it because you attracted it. That's what they say. But if you're having a conversation with someone and all of a sudden out of the clear blue sky, they just decide to haul off and slap you in the mouth, how are you responsible for that? How many people that are innocent bystanders get plowed down by a car that jumps the curb? They're just strolling their baby along. Life is great. You know, God is amazing. I love my family. And boom, that's it. They're gone. How many innocent bystanders are victims of heinous crimes that had nothing to do with it? All of those gang initiations with the razor blades cutting people's faces, they didn't ask for that. That happens to young people, old people, everybody. Yes, you can be at the wrong place at the wrong time and have terrible things happen to you that you don't deserve. That's not the law of attraction. That's life. That's the elements of unpredictability, man. You live in a very unstable environment with a lot of unstable people. The fact is that we are not living on a planet with people that are sane. Most of them are not. They pretend to be. They put that facade on. But in here is a crazy person. Trust me, energy never lies, man. Energy never lies. So do yourself a huge favor. Stop looking outside yourself for anything. Start creating things inside. Make changes for yourself and for yourself, you know. Change yourself before you can change anything else. Change yourself and then make changes for yourself. And then you can change everything else around you. Because nothing will change unless you do. Because the universe will always concur with that alignment. You have to just get in touch with yourself. And you have to heal those parts that you ignored. Because they won't heal themselves and they won't just go away, no matter how much you want them to. No matter how much you play pretend games with yourself and your phony smiles and pretending like you're okay and you hide away and you don't tell people actually what's going on. Maybe you don't want to share. Maybe you feel you don't want to make yourself vulnerable. I get it. Totally. I'm in that same boat in a lot of ways too, because I don't just like exposing my feelings to people. As a matter of fact, I'm at a point in my life where I don't expose myself to anybody anymore. But what I'm referring to is expose yourself to the universe. Forget about people. Make yourself vulnerable to God. And I'm not talking religion. I say God because that's a name you can understand what I'm trying to convey to you. The truth is there is no name. These are earth words. But if there's something that's spinning around in you, inner turmoil, conflict, pain, misery, whatever you're just harboring, you got to release that stuff, man. It's going to kill you. You're going to wind up dying a prematurely early death. It's true. And if not, you're going to have artificially induced stress, which manifests itself into tangible physical ailments like cancer, premature aging, and God knows what else. That's not a life. That's existing. It's all about releasing energies and letting them express themselves to their fullest potential. Now, it's a given that some wounds will not heal in this lifetime. Perhaps they'll take 10 lifetimes to heal. Perhaps they never will. Perhaps they'll only heal once you find yourself back home in heaven, wherever that is for you, your original source home energy planet. These are the wounds that the eyes can't see, the ones that you hide deep down inside. You know, some of them perhaps weren't meant to heal, but work on the others that can, you know, that can be healed, because that's what's going to help you move forward and move away from those shadows. Because if you keep tethering your feelings and emotions to the past, you're giving it life. And it doesn't deserve that, because it should have been buried a long time ago. It should have been buried where it was born, in the past, where it belongs. You can't change it, you can't control it, so you shouldn't be giving it your energy. Does that make sense? Absolutely. So instead of searching outside yourself, start exploring and discovering everything inside yourself and start creating things instead of waiting for things to happen. That's not a good place to be. And certainly you don't want to be putting yourself in that position, because then you're at a disadvantageous position. Seriously. It's not beneficial to you to put yourself in a position where you're waiting on anybody else, because then you've given away your power. And then you're at their mercy. And God knows what they're going to do to you, because when you give somebody your power, you give them the greatest ability to either hurt you or heal you. And let me ask you honestly, how many of them, and be honest, how many of them are actually going to want to heal you?